What up, y'all? Welcome to Raw Sessions with Shamara and Courtney. Shamara, I ain't seen you in like a few weeks.
Yes.
What's been going on?
So the last, it ain't the last time you saw me, but the weekend after we recorded our last podcast was bridal shower weekend, and then marriage Tuesday. That Tuesday following.
That bridal shower was lit. When I tell you, we was twerking and drinking and
Shots.
Shout out to Samara and Tyler and Choi. What up, ladies? Thanks for making her bridal shower a success.
Thank you all so much.
I feel like we need to do an event like that again. Like maybe, if not once a month, maybe every other month, we do something like that where we just get together, let loose, and just have a good time.
I think we should.
Because it seemed like
everybody needed it.
Yeah, everybody needed it, especially me, because I don't even remember the last time like I actually hung out with a group of females and actually like turned up, had a good time when it was just us. Like we don't have to go out to the club and all that stuff. Like we can get a suite and drink and eat and just have fun.
You know what? We definitely need to do that. So that's going to be the plan once all this COVID and, restrictions are lifted.
Yeah, definitely. What's been going on with me? Absolutely nothing. Ain't nothing changed, y'all. Still waiting on trying to figure out where I'm going for my next set of orders.
Whew.
So speaking of orders,
I know. Just found out I got selected today. Guess I'm going back to Cali.
Going back to Cali.
We'll see. Because if some things happen within the next few months, that could change.
Yeah.
So everything is subject to change.
I wouldn't mind Cali, and I don't mind Hawaii. Definitely wouldn't mind overseas, but definitely the next place we go, definitely want to buy again and actually stay there for the time being versus keep moving around and stuff like that. But if I pick up LDO, then I'm gonna be moving every 2 years at a minimum. I heard so. But anyway, it is what it is.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm over here burping and stuff. Speaking of burping, this wine is good. This is Electra Red Moscato. Yep. Yeah, Red Electra Moscato. Try it out, y'all. You can get it at Total Wine.
They got it red and white, y'all. The red is better, but if you like white, it's Electro Moscato.
Yeah, I think the red is better. You're right. The red is better.
And I'm not a red drinker, so it is a little sweet.
All right, so let's do a little memory recap of what's been going on in the news, what's going on in social media, going on around the world. We know cases have spiked in certain areas after states opened up. So a lot of places is now mandatory to wear masks. I know down here in Jacksonville, it's definitely mandatory. I think it's statewide mandatory now.
Yeah, it is.
For us to wear masks everywhere that we go. And then, of course, for military, we are on restriction. Pretty much. Like we can't go nowhere. We can only make essential runs and can't eat in restaurants, can only do takeout food and all this other stuff, but it is what it is. This too shall pass. So
yep, it definitely will.
As far as what's been going on in the news, social media, we're definitely going to talk about the entanglements that occurred over this last week with Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina. Her breaking herself to the red table and talking about her entanglements. So we're definitely gonna talk about entanglements and if you've ever used that term in open relationships and stuff like that. But we're gonna leave that for another episode. But
yes, definitely.
Because Shamara, your opinion is very different from mine. So we definitely gonna talk about that. But other than that, your boy Yeezy talking about he want to run for president. So,
I mean, if Trump could be president, anybody could be president. Honestly, I don't even count anybody out anymore. So, yeah, anybody can be president. That's what I'm going with right there.
Sure, you take that.
Yep.
Oh, did you hear about Tamar Braxton try to commit suicide? Did you hear about that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, that happened yesterday. If not yesterday, day before yesterday, I want to say it happened. Yeah. Really? She posted like a cryptic tweet, and then she texts her family members like a cryptic text message talking about the only way out is through death or something like that. And somebody called 911. And yeah, she apparently tried to kill herself. I'm like, dang. So what's really going on, Tamar?
You never know. Those with the most money are always the saddest, always going through the most stuff. So money can't make you happy.
This is crazy.
So hopefully she gets the help that she needs and the support from her family. If you out there, you feeling like you want to, that death is the end, death is the answer, please make sure y'all go out and get help. Talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
There's somebody out there that loves you.
All right, y'all. So today's episode is titled, What Would You Do? So we researched quite a few questions that will definitely make you think about, like, damn, what would I do in that situation? Mm-hmm. So we have a list of questions. We're going to answer one by one, and then we'll just give you guys our take on what we would do, and just feel free to answer these questions yourself. Remember, we are on YouTube, and we are also on Spotify, titled Raw Sessions. So leave us comments, like our page, send us emails, and just let us know what you think. All right, so the first one is... All right, so it says, would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life? Now, I ain't gonna lie, that's hard. Just like reading it back, like I know we read it before we started, but dang, reading it back. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Oh, Lord have mercy. I think that, yeah.
This is a hard question. Like, dang, we just out the gate. Hard question.
You already know, you hear those horror stories about, jail, and I've seen those episodes, locked up, and I think I would rather lose a year off my life, because I ain't got time to be playing with nobody telling me when I can go to the bathroom, when I can't. Like, I already went through boot camp. I can't do that for a year. I'm not made for that. I really am not. And I know that experience of being around a bunch of other females and on a cycle, and people ain't clean, and then you got to deal with people yelling at you and probably a bunch of abuse, and then you got, the burly women that's trying to take your cookies and stuff. I ain't got time for all that. Nope. Go ahead and take the year off my life.
You know what? You made a good point, because being in jail for years, like, you're missing out on everything that's happening outside. So you don't know what's going on with... I mean, yeah, you can talk to them on the phone, but there's nothing you can do about it because you're locked up. So something can happen with your house, your kids, car, all that stuff. Like
your family.
Yeah, your family, your friends, your job. Like, if you had a business and you had to go away for a year.
Your business gone.
Yeah, you come back and your business is just to shit. So, but yeah, to lose a year off your life, at least that time that you're living before you lost that year, it's happy.
Exactly.
Versus being in jail, it's like you can catch all kinds of stuff.
And then in jail, you ain't missing. You're missing things, but you're missing things. Once that year off your life, you have no conscious thought that, hey, I'm missing out on something.
Right. So, and then whatever you were going to get during that year, it's not like you can really benefit from it, because if you didn't lose that year, okay, you're not living the next year. So are you really able to benefit from the seeds that you got that year? So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Because it also says, is a bad year worth living, or is it better to give up a year off your life?
Now, with that one, so a bad year worth living, like, what constitutes a bad year? You know what I'm saying? Some things help build your character. So is that gonna make you a better person?
It'll make you a stronger person, but it's all about how bad that year was. And we can go to the extremes, saying you lost everything that you worked for, your spouse left you, family members won't talk to you, or you've even lost family members throughout that year. Like, you pretty much hit rock bottom, like almost to the point where you end up on floor 6 at Portsmouth Hospital. Like, you in the psych ward. Like, okay. Yeah, that's a bad year. You know what I mean? So if you take it to that extreme.
Yeah, because what some people constitute as bad, to you it may not be bad. That may be something that you've already endured, but it just depends on what you've been through in your life and what you see as bad. But yeah, that bad, yeah. I don't know. That's really hard.
That one is hard, because like, you don't know how bad that year is gonna be. But then you also have to think about, God's not gonna put more on you than you can't bear. So maybe you can get through it, but you're gonna have that fear. That fear is a big factor in that.
Yeah.
You're scared to go through that bad year.
But I mean, right now, that people could say right now we're going through a bad year. The world as a whole is going through a bad year. 2020 has been rough.
Correct.
Economically, mentally, emotionally, physically. Like, people are losing their lives left and right. Like, we've never experienced anything like this, and a lot of people haven't in their lifetime. So, you know, people are losing money. People killing themselves right now.
Right.
It's just a lot. So this could be a bad year, but we come out of it on top. Hey, we learned something from it.
Correct.
So
okay,
it's all in how you take it.
Yeah. So let's move on to a lighter question, shall we?
Let's do that.
All right. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? Now, before we answer this, you was about to go dive into it. I heard you over there. All right. So would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? Now think about it. Feel rushed or feel bored? Make others wait or have to wait? Have a hard time getting a job or be constantly waiting around looking at your phone? Choose wisely.
I would rather always be 20 minutes early.
Explain.
For me, I don't think, being early, you feel bored, because that time you could spend meditating or thinking about the day, your to-do list, what you have planned, your dinner. That gives you time to sit and really think without being disturbed if other people are not there. I don't like to make other people wait. As much as I can avoid it, I try to not do that, and I don't mind waiting. Like I said, it gives me time to, do my little notes and stuff. As far as affecting work, I can't stand when somebody is late. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves, especially when I'm there and I'm on time. I plan my day accordingly. Yeah, so I would rather not be late, because there's always somebody looking at you and judging you, and that says a lot about you, that you don't care or respect other people's time.
I look at being late as you're missing out on opportunities. Mm-hmm. Say you had a job interview at 10 o'clock. You arrived at 10:10, 10:15. Now you done missed out on that 6-figure job because you decided to arrive late. Someone else just took your spot. Versus you being there early. Like what they say, the early bird gets the worm. Yeah, early bird gets the worm. So I've always been an advocate for being on time and also being early. Again, I can't stand it when someone is late, because I always refer back to your paycheck was on time, right? Then paycheck hit exactly the time it was supposed to hit, right? Your paycheck is never late, but you decide to be late. I don't tolerate that at all. I hate feeling rushed. I always want to, take everything with ease. I just can't stand feeling rushed, because I can easily get irritated when I'm feeling rushed. I don't like feeling bored either, but I mean, hey, you living through the boredom, so it ain't that serious. I don't like you said, I don't like making other people wait. Yeah. And I don't like having to wait on other people either. So it says you'll have a hard time getting a job if you're always 10 minutes late, which is correct, because time is money. Yes.
And definitely, if I'm giving you an interview and you late, I expect you to be there early, because my time is precious. And basically, when you go to an interview and you late, you basically telling them you don't care about their time.
Exactly.
And to me, that's disrespectful, because people come late all the time. But I be trying to do stuff and do nice things for people at work. And when they come late, all right, never do this again.
Right.
Never do this again. Especially when I'm coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning to help you study and I don't have to. Yeah. That pisses me off. Or if I'm staying after work and I could be at home eating Fruit Loops. Yep.
Toucan Sam. All right. All right. So next question. Would you ready? Yeah, this one hard. Yeah. Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at restaurants? Dun dun dun.
So if I have unlimited, I got stipulations with this. If I have unlimited international first class tickets, do I have unlimited time off work that I can do this and still get paid? Because that
stop,
right there.
Stop digging into the logistics of it. Just answer the question.
God.
Me,
dang.
I'm choosing unlimited international first class tickets, hands down, because that's the most expensive thing. Never having to pay for food at restaurants. Come on now, like
I ain't got to eat at restaurants. So.
The amount of money that I probably spend on food in a year doesn't come close to unlimited international first class tickets. Can you imagine how much a first class ticket costs?
Yep.
From, let's say, Florida to London.
Probably about $4,000.
Exactly.
And that's a cheap ticket, y'all. I done looked it up because I was like, I'm tired. I was flying to Japan and them little plane 18 hours and you all cramped up. That is expensive.
And so if you dig down into the question, it says food at restaurants.
Yeah.
So they ain't talking about gas stations. Mm-hmm. They ain't talking about Family Dollar or Walmart or grocery stores and stuff like that. They talking about just restaurants.
So you know you ain't getting nothing healthy. Well, I mean, some restaurants do got healthy options, but is that really what you want?
I mean, well, if you think about like Panera Bread and all those, that's a restaurant. It's not fast food, but Panera Bread is not fast food, but those restaurants it's fast food and restaurant. Expensive. Yeah. So, but you're still gonna have to pay for food, Walmart, Target, wherever you get your groceries at. You're still gonna have to.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We going to restaurants.
Well, gas ain't free either. And if you want DoorDash, you still got to pay for DoorDash and Uber Eats. Remember, the food is free, but the delivery fee is not free. I paid $4. But that's what I'm saying. So I love to travel. I've traveled all over Europe when I was stationed in Italy for 2 years. So you mean to tell me I can fly to Bora Bora first class for free?
Yes, and Bora Bora is expensive too, y'all.
And the food is free in first class. Free alcohol and food.
Yes.
And you got the best sleeping arrangements. I'm good.
Now I go to Japan. Yeah, I do want to go back.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
them
going
18-hour flights.
And you got a whole bed. Yeah, you got like a whole little half the size of a twin size bed you can sleep in.
Lay right on your side, looking out the window. I'd be knocked out.
Ring your little button. Man, I had some hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Bring me a hot toddy, huh? Put a little extra. I don't know if y'all put bourbon in y'all.
But you know what I mean? First class, you order whatever you want. So, yeah. Can I get hot chocolate? Can I get some Doritos? Can I get some Cheetos? Can I get a Hostess? Can I get some popcorn? Okay. Just ask for all kinds of shit. Just because I can. I'm that person like, oh, this first class? Oh, because I can.
Mess around the other seat beside you full of food wrappers because you done ate everything on the flight.
Yep, exactly. All right, so next question is, what if you had a chance to write a best-selling novel? Would it be romance, mystery, or factual historical account?
Do I have to choose between those three options?
No.
If I had a chance to write a best-selling novel, it would be a biography.
I knew you was going to say that shit.
No, you thought I was going to say romance.
No, because you was like, does it have to be one of those three? I'm like, she going to say she going to write a book by herself.
Yeah, I would. I definitely would. I think I've always wanted to, like deep down. I really do want to write my story because I do want to help other people. And I feel like it can. Because there are people that have gone through the things that I've gone through and committed suicide and didn't make it, and just feel like there's no other way. There's no out. There's no hope. There's nothing out there for them. So, yeah, I would want to help somebody.
So I am writing a book right now.
Oh,
yes, I am.
Thought we were friends. You ain't telling me this.
Well, I'm telling you now. So listen up.
Rude.
So my book is kind of related to Sex and the City, but not really. You ever seen? I know you've heard of the TV show Sex and the City.
You know I've seen it and the movies.
Oh, okay. So we're on the same page. So it's related to it, but it's more so me telling my stories of how me and my girlfriends and the experiences that we've gone through, pretty much telling our stories. And of course, they're Black ladies.
Okay, Afrocentric.
So my character is Shantae. And then I have my friends Larissa, Avery, and Yasmin.
And that's their names in the book, not their actual names.
That's their names in the book, not their actual names. Nah. Yeah, if I had some friends, I mean, those names are pretty and all, but if I had some friends like that, like, yeah, they bad and bougie, you know what I mean? But the book is titled Slay.
Okay, all right.
Shantae, Larissa, Avery, and Yasmin. Slay.
Slay, Shantae. Hey.
You know, so, but yeah, in the book, I'm going to talk about all the experiences that we have gone through, you know, girlfriends have gone through. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty good book.
All right. So when we talk about experiences, are we talking about romantic experiences, y'all's entanglements, or are we dealing with just life experiences?
I love how that's like the new word of 2020,
entanglement. It is the new word, yep. And I ain't even used it because I don't agree with it. That's some malarkey. I'm with Jada. But we're going to talk about that on another episode.
Yeah, let's talk about entanglements. Let's talk about just experience. Just like, okay, let me give you an example. So me and one of my friends, she didn't know it at the time, but we ended up messing around with the same guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be in the book. And it's like, me and her are still friends to this day. Like, it didn't cause a rift in our friendship at all.
Yeah.
Like, after she told me about it, and I was like, you know, I used to mess with old boy. Like, I messed with him last year. She was like, oh my God, I didn't know that, girl.
But it's not like she knew when she,
it's not like she did it deliberately to... What's up? What you need? Napkin? Oh.
Yeah.
It's not like she went out and deliberately that she didn't know.
Yeah, so she didn't violate the code.
Exactly. And then the fact that us as girlfriends could sit and talk about the experience that she had with the guy and us sit down and sip tea about it is just like, yo, you my friend. Like, yo, you my girlfriend for real. Like, I fucks with you.
Okay. No.
So that's going to be in the book. Also just waiting. Experiences with men that I have had and that they have had. And just, yeah. So, yeah, it is kind of similar to Sex and the City, but not too close. I'll say like maybe a 10 and 15 cent relatability to Sex and the City, but yeah.
Oh, so, it's a book that I'm thinking about, but I can't remember who wrote it. I feel like I want to say it was Zane. It was something like they were telling the stories of the different characters.
Sex Chronicles?
It might. No, I don't think you talking about. Yeah.
Yo, if I had $1 for your face right now,
because you said it and then I remember Sex Chronicles. It came back to me.
You know what? I started reading that book and I was like, these stories don't continue on, but I'm like, oh, it's just Chronicles, so it's just different stories of like, it's like sex episodes. I'm like, oh, okay, like
Sexcapades.
Yeah, that was a good book.
It was, yeah, but this one is more. I think it's the
Skyscraper
sisters. I gotta remember.
Oh, the Sisters of AFP.
No, not the Sisters of AFP. It's their actual sisters. It's like 3 actual sisters, and it's like the story. I'm gonna find it. Anyway, y'all, we digress. That's not on this.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, look, we going on.
I think I know what you're talking about though, but I got you.
I gotta remember it. It's crazy. It's a crazy book too.
All right, but I do want to write a romance novel. I definitely want to do that, but I know one thing with my book Slay, I need to really sit down and devote time to it. Yeah. So my goal is to finish it by the end of the year, and then start looking into getting an editor and getting it published and stuff like that. Or not even, I don't even have to like get it published. Like I could probably just go get it printed and just give it out to my friends and have them read it and go from there.
I think that you should look into getting it published. I think that other people and getting feedback from other people, like the stories that I read on my Kindle, the unlimited portion, like those are not like best-selling authors, but they're people that put their story out there. And I think I would have to look how they get them published, but they don't have to revise it and they don't have to deal with editors that are telling them going through and changing their actual story.
Right.
So I think that's the biggest thing about getting publishers. They want you to change it to how they want you to change it versus,
right.
And
I also want my book to be a series, like more than one book, and like I want to have a big cliffhanger at the end. So yeah, so it's like, dang, I want to read the next one.
I want to read your manual. I want to read it when it's done.
I'll let you read the first few chapters. How about that? When they're ready, I'll let you read them.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, your ass.
Yeah, but I think if I could write another one, it would be erotica. I think that's like, y'all don't know what erotica is. Look it up.
Would you do erotica like same sex erotica, or would you do?
So for me, I think I would mix it up a little bit. There will be different types of stories and different things.
It'd be cool. Like a female who is in love with a man but also in love with a woman. That'd be a good story. Since you've had experiences with both.
Just put me out there. I've never been in that situation, y'all. Don't. Yeah.
Well, no, not at the same time. But you've been in love with him. You've been in love with a man, right?
No.
No, really?
No.
Oh.
This.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
I thought my bad for a second.
No, never in love. No.
Okay.
Had love for, but for me, love is really hard.
Okay.
It's really hard to say I love somebody or I've been in love with them. Because I thought I was in love with somebody, and then I realized with this relationship that I was never in love. It was just lust. It was just
in love
longing.
with love.
Yeah.
In love with
the
that
idea of love. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
But yeah, no.
All right. Well, again, I still think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Hey, we can collaborate.
Hey, co-writers, you know what I mean?
Hey, yep.
All right.
Another book idea. Anyway.
All right, next question. You want to read the next one? Down at that damn wine over there.
So, what if you could start your life all over? What would you do differently? Name 3 things.
Ooh. I would have been smarter about my finances in the beginning as far as saving money. So if I was to go back and not do what I did with money like I did back in the past, like I would have bank. Let's just say bank in the bank. That's definitely one of the things, because looking back, it's like, all right, you made this mistake one time, do you did it again, do you did it a third time, like what the hell? So,
when do you learn? Yeah,
I would go back and definitely do that differently. I would have been smarter about the people that I was friends with and also that I had relationships with.
Okay.
I would have paid attention to the red flags instead of ignoring them, like thinking, oh, that person can change, or no, that person's not really like that, or you really like that person even though they're doing this, they did you dirty but you still want to be friends with them, and then it still ended up not working out. I would have just paid attention to the red flags and just got out of it early. And the third one, I gotta think about it. What about you?
Okay, so I think if I had to change 3 things, I think I definitely would have finished my degree. No, it was hard. I had just given birth, so for the second time, so I had 2 kids. It was really hard trying to go back to school and trying to finish everything up. So I did let that slide, even though I only had like 7 more credits to go. So kind of sad about that one. I think I would have spoke up sooner about the things that were going on inside of my household that affected me greatly. Not really gonna get into too many details about that. And lastly, like you said, relationships. Had I spoke up about those things, I probably wouldn't have had the relationships that I had and had my children. So, I don't know. I feel like all the things that I went through and all the things that you go through, would you really have changed them? Because that made you who you are now. All your experiences, all your struggles, that made you the person you are. You wouldn't know those lessons or be better because of them.
When I see where you're coming from, and that's the reason why one of mine is not paying attention to those red flags.
Okay.
And friends and men that I have been involved with, because I saw the red flags, but I just chose to ignore them. Like looking back on it now, like you saw the train coming towards. I saw the train coming towards my face, but I decided to stand there and let the train hit me. Like literally, like how dumb can she be? So looking back, it's like, dang, I should have been paying attention to that, or damn, I shouldn't have bought this for that person, or maybe I shouldn't have been talking to this person when I know that person would try to sabotage another relationship that I have with this person. Like, it's little stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, are you gonna go if you know someone gossips all the time, but you can go to that person and tell them your business? No, because you know that person is that person gossips and they're gonna tell your business. So it's like, that's a red flag. That person gossips a lot, so I'm not gonna go and talk to that person. That's kind of like where I'm coming from. Instead of giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Got it.
So yeah, I'm staying firm on that. Yeah, it taught me lessons, but nah, I should have been paying attention, man.
Yeah, well, I definitely would have changed that. Lord knows.
I want to say the last thing is my relationship that I had in Italy the last year I was there. I definitely wouldn't have gotten as knee deep as I did in that relationship. Like, that is one relationship that I regret because, excuse me, it took time, money, and just my mentality. It took a toll on me.
Okay.
So I definitely wouldn't do that relationship again. So next time, if I had to start over, or if I did start over, whatever the case may be, and I see that person coming towards me, yeah, we can be friends, but that's it. Nah, pay attention to the red flags. So that's my 3.
Oh yeah, well, I guess that has to go on my list as well, because my last relationship from Japan, I definitely could have did without that, rebound after my divorce. I could have did without that relationship. That red flag, it was clear, it was right there. Somebody tell you they don't like kids and you got kids, you might as well cut your ties right there. Or don't have any expectations on anything further. And yeah, I think I was just going through the rebound thing and like, I can make this work, I can change it. My kids are older. You might like older kids, not baby. Yeah, no. And I think all in all, it won't gonna work anyway.
What they say, if they show you who you are, believe them.
Yeah.
I'm playing like Maya Angelou's voice in my head too when she said that.
Oh Lord.
All right, next question.
What if you had to teach someone one thing? What would you teach?
I would teach how to maintain good credit. And the way I learned how to maintain good credit was paying attention to my family members, paying attention to my mom, my aunt, my uncle, and my aunt. Like, pretty much just family members whole, see how they dealt with things. You can always pay attention to like where I paid attention to where someone worked, and all right, if you work here, so you're driving that, okay, so I know I don't need to work there because I don't want to drive that. Like, it's like little small things. But I would definitely teach about finances, how to maintain good credit, like paying bills on time, not being an impulse buyer. That's something that I learned from going out and buying stuff just to buy stuff. Yeah, just pretty much how to properly manage your finances, live within your means. So
right now, I think that if I had to teach someone something, which would be my child, teach them more responsibility. I think that I have maybe, I'm not gonna say necessarily crippled, but that's the only word that's coming to mind right now, because I've never let my daughter get a job, so I don't think that she understands responsibilities and the things that she needs to do in order to earn her way. And she has a lot of habit of starting things and not finishing them. And I think having a job and knowing that, hey, you don't finish that, you get punished, you get your hours cut, you don't get paid if you don't do the work. Like, those are some of the things that I need to instill in her. And I think waiting all this time and, the situations, being in the military, being deployed, gone for so long, she missed out on that. So that is one of the things that I am going to teach her, because she should be looking for a job right now. Yeah, because she's cut off.
That's also a good thing, because everything you do in adulthood follows you. So you go out, if she goes out and gets a job, she doesn't do what she's supposed to do, okay, you're fired. Yep. She goes to get another job, okay, well, do you have any work experience? On her resume, it may say, I worked at this place. They may call that place and be like, hey, how was so-and-so? So-and-so sucked. Oh, we checked out your references. We're not going to hire you because you don't have good work ethic.
Yeah,
so
you got fired.
she's definitely, hopefully, I hope she does good. I hope she does great. But she's definitely going to learn the hard way that your mistakes and what you don't do, if you don't follow the rules, they have consequences, and they can follow you for a long time.
I plan to sit down and explain those things to her, but like I told her, you get a job, you still have to maintain your grades. You don't maintain your grades, you ain't gonna be able to keep that job. That's just it. And I felt like being able to focus on school was gonna be something that she needed to do, but no, I think she needs a job, needs to know that responsibility.
Learn what it means to get a paycheck.
Yep.
Then taking your paycheck and paying your bills, like your cell phone bill.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a hard lesson.
What you gonna eat? You got money to eat? Remember, I know you just got paid, but you need to let this paycheck last up until at least when you get paid again.
Because money just don't magically appear, and I think that's what she thinks. Because it's always magically appeared in her bank account, but that is no longer a thing.
And another big question is, are you paying yourself? You have to pay yourself first, because don't just take your check and you paying everybody else and then you don't have nothing for yourself. Like, you have to pay yourself first.
So that was one of the things I think I didn't learn until later in adulthood.
Facts, me too.
And yeah, I've always instilled that in my kids. I've explained to them how credit works. I've explained to them, the importance of keeping your social security number private. We've gone through and talked about a lot of things, interest and just things that adults should know that we aren't taught. And I think that they definitely should start putting that in school and making it mandatory, because these kids get blindsided.
Right.
Anyway, next.
Gotcha. No, you speaking truth. All right. Next question is, what if you could change one thing about yourself? What would you change?
Oh.
One thing? I can only change one? Tell me how you really feel.
I think that if I could change one thing about myself, I would put a filter on my mouth. As much as I say I wouldn't, I have realized I do need a filter, because I tend to say things and it's not that I don't really care about how it affects people, but I don't think that everybody is as sensitive as they are, so they shouldn't take it to heart. But I realize that people do, and that has affected a lot of relationships that I've had, or work situations. And I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like that.
Well, I think I will change my attitude. Courtney can get an attitude. It was a lot worse when I was a teenager, and then when I was a young adult, it got worse, with work and stuff like that. But over time, I have learned to, manage it. It's still being managed though. Like, it still needs some work, but I really would love to change my attitude, and I'm changing it. I'm probably maybe at 52.85% there. But I'm slowly changing my attitude. So that would be one thing, not to let my emotions get the best of me and just immediately get mad and get upset over things that I have no control over changing. And get so worked up so quickly.
Ooh, yes.
So
I ain't gonna change that, my attitude though. I ain't. I definitely just need a little filter.
And I can, if my relatives listening to this podcast, I know they shaking their head up and down like, hell yeah, you need to change your attitude. You used to have a bad attitude. You probably still got a bad one now, but it's like, who did I get it from?
I was about to say that if mine listening
it got
right
handed down to me from somebody in this family. Damn it. And they know who they are too. I ain't gonna say no names. So we gonna move on. Yeah. All right, y'all. The last question is, and this is an oldie but goodie. What if you had 3 wishes? What would you wish for?
Oh, well, people, I'm gonna wish for world peace. Let me stop. That ain't gonna be one of my
Miss
wishes.
USA.
Oh, you know what? This was a hard one, and it's still a hard one. Because with everything that you wish for comes problems, I guess. I think the first thing I would wish for is for everyone in my family to be safe. I think right now with all that's going on, worry about people from day to day. I just want everybody to be safe.
Okay.
The second one, I think I would want to be debt free. I don't want to be rich, but Lord knows if I get rid of all this debt, I would have a little less stress, and that would be a good starting point. And
I would. I'm gonna hop in, yeah, so you can think.
yeah,
I would wish for racism to not exist. It feels like history is starting to repeat itself, and a lot of people say, well, racism never went away. It's just now it's being recorded and it's being broadcast, and now it's actually being talked about more and more. Like it's a radar on everyone's mind right now, and I just wish racism just did not exist. I wish everyone, no matter what color, your sex origin, your gender, where you lived at, I wish everyone was just treated equally, treated with respect and dignity, and held accountable across the board. That's definitely one of my wishes.
that was all 3 wishes right there. It's
Yeah,
gonna take a lot for that.
because of we experience it at work. Like everyone needs to be held accountable. Oh, this person, because you're that color, you're not held accountable, but the other person's a different color did the same thing, but you ready to wring their neck. No, it should be both.
Yeah,
Both of them's gonna get in trouble. Like, yeah, they need to be in trouble. Like, I don't like how it's split up like that. So
I mean, but that's the world in general. And sometimes when I hear people talking about, oh, that's just the military or that's just the Navy, and I'm like, y'all are young, so y'all don't realize when y'all go out into the real world, it's the same thing. When y'all go out to the civilian world, it's the same thing. Everything that's coming out now or being talked about, it's always been there. They're just people who are at a higher standing, have been comfortable, and they're comfortable saying it, so they give these other people the courage or the comfortability for them to just voice the opinions that they always had, that they were just quiet about, or they just kept under wraps. So yeah.
My third wish would be for all of my loved ones to go to heaven. Not everyone, this may be a spiritual thing, but we don't know where people go when they pass. We can assume, we can be stern and say, oh, we know where they're going, whatever, blah, 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 but you don't know. You can only hope that they go to heaven. But my wish would be for my loved ones, when they pass, when their life is over, for them to go to heaven. And loved ones, not just, family, it's also friends and associates. So, but yeah, third wish, man, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because some things you want to wish for, but then there's consequences or there's a little backlash.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't want to be rich, because
Well, I was gonna say wealthy. Like, I wish for wealth, but with wealth, more money, more problems.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then that make you look at how people deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Your relationships with your family. People come out the woodwork. Even me joining the military. I don't know why people have the mindset that you in the military said you got this money. Like people, oh, let me hold something. People at work at McDonald's make more than I make right now. What is you talking about? Like, I don't have no money.
Right.
And it kind of made me see, like, you come and talk to me, or you only talk to me when you think I got money.
And a lot of our money comes from the allowances.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
And allowances they're privilege. We're at a privilege to get those allowances. So,
and a lot of times realize the sacrifices that we make for that. Like, I spent 4 years being away from my kids for this.
Yep.
So I mean, it really ain't all that.
We're grateful.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Never take it for granted.
You know, yeah.
Be a lot worse off. So never take anything you have for granted.
But yeah, that third wish, I don't know, bro.
You know what? That's my third wish.
What?
I wish that people didn't take anything for granted. Because
Okay.
you really have to cherish the little moments.
Mm-hmm.
Every little thing. Tomorrow is not promised. And with everything that's happened recently, like, it really does make me take a step back and think about life and how I am and how I interact with people and just the little things that mean the most.
Right.
Because tomorrow your best friend could be gone. And you're going to be thinking, what if, and I should have, and, you know, you're going to be thinking about all the good times that you had together. And all those little things, taking a walk with somebody, just holding their hand, just seeing them, you know, say good morning, you know, the little things that make your day could be gone. And you take those things for granted every day.
Right.
So, yeah, just don't take anything for granted.
Gotcha. Well, I don't know, y'all. She ain't got no third wish. I don't know. I can't think of anything. It's hard. Yeah, and I don't want to sit here and we waiting in silence. Like, dang, is this bitch gonna pick a third wish?
Well,
like, we gotta go.
I'm gonna take her wish. I wish for a beach body. I wish for this stomach to be flat, this booty to be fat. That's it. That's my third wish,
She
y'all.
said flat. Like you had to move your shoulders when you said that.
Flat. Hey.
Well, you can take that. Yeah, you can take that. Yeah, sorry y'all, I don't have a third wish and I'm not gonna sit around here and wait on it. But yep, so that is our episode called What Would You Do? So feel free to ask yourself those questions and see what kind of answers you come up with.
And if you get the chance, go on I don't know if it still comes on TV, you know, look at Amazon Prime, y'all, or
the TV show.
YouTube. Yeah, go on and look at What Would You Do? Because some of those situations that people get put in, yeah, I would never expect. I wouldn't know what I would do. But go look at that. Just see. It might make you a better person.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So that is it for this episode. Our next 2 episodes. All right, so make sure you guys tune in. Our next episode is going to be about jealousy. So jealousy will have you gossiping about who you should be learning from.
All right.
So just let that sink in. And then our other episode, like we stated before, we're going to talk about entanglements.
And no, it's not going to all be about August Alsina with his messy self and Jada Pinkett.
He is not messy. He just told the truth. Don't be mad at that dude for telling the truth.
We going to deal with that on that episode because if we start talking right now, it's going to be...
I got you, August. I got you.
That might be the next episode. Get it out when I got this wine.
All right, y'all. That has been Shamar and Courtney for Raw Sessions. I'm like messing up the end. Again, check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify and let us know what you think. My name is Courtney.
I'm Shamara.
Yeah, we finished that wine over there. And this has been Raw Sessions.
Peace.